Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Elite Battle League. We are once again returning for our week, well not once again for our week 4, we are returning once again to do our week 4 match against NateTube. His team is Guzzlord, Celesteela, Snorlax, Galarian Slowbro, Caparaja, Scrafty, Malamar, Colossal, and Arctazolts. I know historically he has run a bit of a Trick Room setup, and I'm a little interested in seeing what he's going to do with that. This is going to be a bit of an interesting matchup, because we both kind of run bulky teams. But if you guys haven't done so already, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more, as well as go check out NateTube's link. I am predicting for this what he's going to bring is Celesteela, Guzzlord, Snorlax, Galarian Slowbro, Caparaja, and Colossal. Actually, no, he's probably going to go Malamar, so actually, we'll do that. Celesteela, Snorlax, Guzzlord. He might live for Guzzlord because after last week. So, Celesteela, Snorlax, Malamar. I think Colossal's coming. I think Galarian Slowbro is coming. Might bring in the Guzzlord, but not sure. I'm thinking like those 5, probably. But it's going to be an interesting matchup. I look forward to seeing what he brings. I am going to be bringing, for my team, Gastrodon, Kartana, Melia Togekiss, Machamp for the first time, Dialga, and Rotom. Again, not much has really changed. We gotta bring Machamp this week because one of the qualifications to get into playoffs is not just like being in the top 4, but you also do need to use every single one of your 9 Pokemon at least once. And Machamp hasn't been used yet, so I'm going with that. And yes, as you did see, I did get a pink Gastrodon in preparation for this. Because, kind of wanted to get one. Yeah, I was actually thinking of bringing Hatterene into this fight instead of the Kartana. Last week was actually supposed to be like Kartana's farewell to arms, essentially, for the rest of the league, because it's just not pulling weight. It's like, it does one thing and it just dies to literally anything in existence because it's so frail. I was going to be bringing in Hatterene here, but then, like, the more I was like, yeah, Hatterene, like, gets bopped by literally so many things on this team that are good. It just gets straight up one-shot, and it doesn't bring any meaningful attack. The Nuzzle only worked against Timmy. Like, that's the issue, like, with the Nuzzle. Like, yeah, Nuzzle, like, paralysis is good, but against, only someone like Timmy, who kind of, like, goes super, super aggro, that's really only where it works. And, like, it only works against Timmy. For, like, the reason of, yeah, he had, like, nothing that would do well against it, but other teams, again, like this one, like, again, the reason I didn't bring in the previous teams is he just doesn't do enough. I also looked at Hatterene's moveset. Her moveset's garbage! It's like, I think maybe, like, one of the only psychic types that's a special attacker that just doesn't get Thunderbolt. It's like, oh yeah, Hatterene, Thunderbolt, yeah, I get that. No, it gets Thunder Wave. Snuzzle, doesn't get Thunderbolt. Gets Giga Drain. Okay, nope. So yeah, I was like, well, both Hatterene and Kartana are kind of potatoes in this fight. I might as well at least bring the potato that is fast and can cut stuff into oblivion. A few things are a little different with this team than previous ones, but you'll be seeing that when we get into the match. Yes, Celesteela is one of those Pokemon that I feel intrinsically is just the most threatening Pokemon in the entire format. I am more worried about this Celesteela, or at least like I'm worried about Celesteela in general, more than something like Mewtwo, more than like Dialga itself, Heatran, even like Zygarde. I worry more about Celesteela just because a lot of those things are kind of like beat sticks. They can hit stuff. But Steela is in this weird area of like, it's bulky, it can do out like very good damage, it gets a good amount of attack coverage, it gets like basically everything. It can do whatever the freak you want. And I was a little scared about that. But when I was going through some preparation, I realized, like, oh wait, Celesteela gets, like, absolutely nothing for Rotom Heat. But I think it's going to be a pretty entertaining fight. Next week is going to be my matchup and showdown against the reigning champion Humberto, aka Lionheart Plays, so want to try and get myself a bit of an advantage going into that fight, just in the event he absolutely steamrolls me. So this week is kind of setting up for the future, essentially. Alright, NateTube is setting up his OBS right now, getting ready to the battle. We should be starting in a little bit. But yeah, I'm thinking that Celesteela is definitely coming. My big worries when it comes to his lineup is the Colossal and the Steela, like especially if like either of them go Dynamax, because I know in the past he's gone G-Max Volcolith, and that residual damage could be very, very threatening. You lose 1/6 of your maximum HP on the Pokemon that's out, except for Rock types, or if they have Magic Guard, where they just don't take indirect damage, and that lasts for 4 turns. So essentially, you're losing 2/3 of a Pokemon's HP functionally. And that residual damage could be pretty threatening. You know, like it definitely could get something in range for Steela to come in, knock out, get a boost. Or, you know, Guzzlord. But, again, he has to use his Dynamax on the Colossal. And I kind of have a few plans for the Colossal. Because, like, I've used Colossal in VGC VGC draft leagues before, and just VGC competitions in general, and I know how terrifying the thing can be. Thankfully, it doesn't have Dragapult that can go alongside it, and it doesn't have a weakness policy, so it can't be like the super most threatening thing in the world. Because also what makes it terrifying in VGC is its ability to hit the both the one defense level. Which in this one, it only hits one at a time, so that at least gives me a little bit of an advantage. But like the Dynamaxing Celesteela is, I think, my biggest worry, because it is a Celesteela. All right, he is searching. Good luck. Let's have fun. All right, we are connected. Nate Tube and Metamaxis Showdown Week 4. Let's rock and roll. I'll decide myself. The rules are going to be selection of frictions. Yeah, also left and right. Yeah, I periodically forget which one it is, but it's just single normal rules. Alright. Battle. Yeah, we can see nicknames. Participating team. Oh yeah, I know he has like his team nicknames. Participating team, we are going with our main lineup of the party team. And you can see my one of my VGC teams on the side over there. Hello. Let's go for a good one. This will be a good battle between these Steel Titans. You know, Hop, Max Raid, Trainer, Wild, Fandom, Legend. Quick Killer, Peony. You know what, let's go with... No, Peony's like... Out of Water, Avery, Rose, Battle Tower. You know what, let's go Zacian and Zamazenta. I actually do really like the song. I actually do like this song. Get one of my on my team. Okay, yeah, he just, like, forgot to add a thing. So yeah, we can just cancel so we can't, like, add a thing. Yeah. He forgot to add one of his he put stuff in his battle teams, and he forgot to put one of them in his battle team, which is one of the reasons why I just go for my party team. Yeah, I started to just skip again through all that stuff so you guys didn't have to wait for things, but now, we're back, ready to get, waiting for him to select. There we go. Yeah, he probably had to scroll over the thing. Which, again, one of the other reasons I don't go for Battle Box is that I can just go, okay, team party. Alright, Colossal, Malamar, Caparaja, Slowbro. Really, no Guzzlord. Interesting. Okay, so no Guzzlord. Alright. And he did bring the Smogs. Good. I did some calcs, and I think Togekiss is probably my best leadoff. And you guys are going to see some of the fun things I have prepared with this lineup. I'm thinking he's going to go lead off with either the Malamar or the Celesteela. Alright, let's see. So, he did bring all 3 of the Pokemon that were my potential have to switch to Plan C, but hopefully we'll only have to switch to Plan B. Alright, let's go. Yep, he did exactly what I was hoping. Leading the Kraken, because I know he wants to set up that Trick Room. Good. Very, 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 very good. That is what I was hoping for. Dazzling. If he is specially defensive invested, this will not one-shot. Unless it's a crit and he is specially invested. Really? Contrary. Okay, then. Oh, I respect it. I very much respect it. At this point, I don't need to do anything else. Okay, so let's look. So he has, at this point... Okay, I've got really no reason to not just click Aura Sphere here. Because if he switches out into anything, okay, well, he'll slap them aside from the Slowbro. Yeah, Kraken goes down. I respect the superpower. I'm wondering why he... Interesting. Dop, dop, yep, alright. Trick Room has been denied. I'm glad he didn't go for the Trick Room turn 1. That is his Snorlax. I know his Snorlax is physically defensive from previous calcs. I don't know if he's kept the same thing. I know he'd go probably like... I think based on my calcs, he did go full HP, full physical defense. But that was based on that 1-0 R. Already going for the Dynamax. Interesting. Is this going to be Iron Head or a Rock move? I think he might go for a Rock move on it. I also just realized the G-Max, the tree, is actually autumn colors. I like that. Please go for a Steel move. Ooh. Good switch out. That was a good switch. Probably is going to have a Rock type move or... So that's probably Gunk Shot. Will-O-Wisp here. We burn it. Again, there's literally no reason to carry any different 4 moves on Rotom. These 4 are just so good. Burn. Cripple anything physical. Survive literally anything. Oh no, the Levitate! Oh no! Oh no! Does he not have a Rock move? Well, Dynamax off the table. I don't need to worry about D-Max Steela anymore. My big worry was a Dynamax Steela. And that is now off the table. Next, please, though. So, what is it? Gunk Shot, Earthquake, or High Horsepower? Does he not have any other moves? I know he likes Rest Talk on stuff. I know he's a very big fan of Rest Talk. He's probably going to go for Rest on this turn. So I might as well just go anyway just to Scout. Yeah, just Max Quake and just Max Ooze, so I think he might only have... Maybe it's only Gunk Shot and Earthquake. With the Drew Dop, I'm glad I didn't go for a switch out myself. Homer, that is his Galarian Slowbro. Good. This is one of the few things that also semi-scares me. But... Oh, you're offensive invested on this one. You're offensive invested. You can only get Quick Draw on an attacking move, so he's going for probably a Scald. Liquidation. Interesting. But we chunk it at 4! Well, I'm not bringing this thing against Steel anymore. But Homer is now down. That is one of the few things on his lineup that I knew threatened my Dialga, and it is now gone. Probably going to recall the Snorlax, probably try and get a Rest Talk off in the future. Okay. Depending on what he goes in next, I don't want to sack off Rotom. I want to try and get through this with as many still live as possible. Mountain Dew. He's going for Koi Boy. Because, like, one thing I ran was Solar Beam does threaten Gastrodon, but only if he goes Dynamax for Dynamax Max Boost. Interesting. I didn't know Colossal got spikes. I have no reason to not just click Scald here. I have no reason to not just click Scald. Oh, going for SpaceX. Okay, Steel up. Lady Steela has entered the field. Good. Oh, so long as I don't burn this thing, I think I just win. I win against the Steel here. There we go. Going for a yawn. Grass Knot? Not Giga Drain. Not Giga Drain? Okay, then. Huh. That... Okay, then. So now I guess we can just pivot Machamp in. Because 2 of the things that threatened Machamp are now gone from the field. The Kraken is now dead, and the Slowbro is now dead. I don't think he's specially offensively invested in this thing, because I count this thing to Sliver Survive Giga Drain. And I'm pretty sure Gazron takes like a 60 base power. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfection for me. This is the ideal matchup now. Champ is Guts. So if he goes for something like, he goes for like Gunk Shot, and Gunk Shot poisons me, I just win. Because it further jacks up my attack stat on top of the bulk up. So, and I think we just start sweeping. That's the reason I actually click Yawn is, okay, I can sleep this, or sleep this, bring them a Machamp, or he swaps out, I bring them a Machamp. Either way, Machamp gets it pivoted in. Set up the bulks. I don't really go for setup normally, it's just against him I noticed, yeah, bulk up Machamp kind of rips everything a new one. Oh, Flamethrower. Special Snorlax? Interesting. I guess maybe he did switch off a lot of his physical moves because he saw my burn presence. I actually ran most of my calculations with Drain Punch. And then I was going to go, build my team. I was like, oh, wait, Machamp doesn't learn Drain Punch. But freaking Togekiss learns Drain Punch. I'm sorry, what is this nonsense? So, is this special... Is this a special Snorlax? Oh, I'm so sorry, Lady Steela. I am so sorry for what I am about to do here. You're not defensively invested. That should not have done that much. I don't think it's defensively invested. Oh, boy. Minus speed nature. Because Celesteela naturally outspeeds Machamp by, like, I think 6 base speed points. He might be on a minus speed nature. But now Champ just goes ham. All 3 of his things that threaten Machamp are eliminated from the field. Kraken's dead. Kraken, Homer is both dead. And now it's Celesteela will need Air Slash. And Air Slash does not one-shot. So he has nothing. There's nothing on his team that actually threatens Machamp anymore. Everything is now just food. So, let's go for some kills. Some kills to pay the bills! I'm so glad that for once, one of my Pokemon just, can actually escape stuff. Nope. Yeah, there was a range where fully physical defensive Snorlax with full HP could survive a +1, but with the amount of damage I did to the Snorlax initially with my other moves, it was unsurvivable. Yeah, I don't think he has anything... Yeah, I don't think he has any flying left. Yeah, no, it's just Copperage. It's just Earthquake time. Earthquake City, boys. Cold does not outspeed me. Copperaja underspeeds me, and I can punch it. Yeah, Copperage was, the big thing that I was super disappointed I didn't get Drain Punch for. Because all of the things I ran was yeah, there is no chance where Copperaja lives a +1 Drain Punch. And I recovered, 80% of my health. So it was just I could just restore all of my HP in a single blow, regardless of whatever damage I took. But I don't get Drain Punch, which is very big sad. But we break this copper. Metal bends. It does not break. But it does if you heat it up and cool it down suddenly. It's pretty. Brick. Yeah, there's no... I don't think there is any chance it survives a +1 Machamp. But yeah, that was a good game. I like that he teched a Celesteela to have something against it. There was a few things I knew that got moved that beat Gazrodon. Snorlax got Seed Bomb. Slowbro got Grass Knot. And I simmed for Giga Drain, which is more powerful than the Grass Knot that was used. Because I believe Grass Knot gets Gazrodon as a base 60 power. That was a good game. The champ sweep was real. I love how Machamp just came in, popped off, and was like, okay, game. Like, I'm really regretting not bringing that week 1 now. Because, holy crap, that champ is insane. But I think that's kind of all for this. Next week, we go into the match against Humberto with a +6 to what we have right now. That's very worrying. But NateTube did very well. I love what he did with the team. I think he actually went offensive on his Celesteela. My plan was, if the Celesteela did lead in, it would have been see how much Togekiss's Flamethrower does to it, then switch to Rotom. But that never happened. The other one was a Snorlax and Copperajah, because Togekiss doesn't really do much against them. But yeah, Celesteela was one of the things I was worried about, but when I started looking more at his team, I noticed that Rotom kind of beats most of his lineup. And there were very little things Celesteela could even do against. I think like the only way was like a Meteor Beam in a Dynamax. Because Overheat basically takes like 80% of its health no matter what. And if it went, for that much, it would not have offensive power needed to break through a lot of my team. So Celesteela was kind of in like this weird catch-22 where it could kill Rotom, but to kill Rotom, it essentially gets obliterated by Rotom, thus not allowing it to kill Rotom. And again, didn't need to go with Speedy on my team because my team just naturally outsped him. I was surprised though that he did seem to go not minus Speed Nature on his field though. Snorlax worried me because again, it chunked Togekiss. But I was a little worried about the Slowbro. Nasty Plot into a potential Quick Draw. It could take out like most of my team, but it's only a 30% chance that Quick Draw actually pops off. So if he got one off, like the odds of getting multiple of them was not as big of a threat. Again, Slowbro was also kind of this weird area where it could survive my hits, but it couldn't knock me out. And if it could knock me out, it couldn't survive the hit. So again, his team was in this sort of awkward catch-22 state of it could survive, but it couldn't knock out, and then would get knocked out the next turn. Or it could knock me out, but it couldn't survive the initial hit. Which might be why he went for the spike setup, so that would try to get some residual. But, if you guys haven't done so, send some love over to NateTube. Wonderful battle. And wonderful battle, great game, great team. I love the names, and let's go into week 5. Playoff home stretch is now real. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and comment below what you thought maybe he was going to be bringing.